Happy hump day. Wednesday afternoon here back in Texas. So for those of you guys that knew that we were going to Oklahoma this past weekend, we actually did turn on our apps while we were there, or at least for Spark. And okay, where's this going? Oh, that's going all the way to Round Rock. 11 miles. We can actually hang out at the Walmart over there. What?
I guess.
Okay. All right, so 5 Guys. Let me just turn off my Uber Eats for now. But anyways, as I was saying, we did turn on our Spark while we were there. The hubby and his brother went to Walmart one day, and he said the entire time that they were there shopping, nothing happened. And then at another time, I went with my niece to Walmart, and before we could even get into the parking spot, because I had turned on the app, an offer came through, and it wasn't too bad. 2 offers actually had come through. So that was interesting, but we didn't work. I mean, we were there for family. So hey there, Hoffaday, thank you for popping in. But as I said earlier, we're back here in Texas and just trying to get back to work. Before I shut it off, I had Uber Eats, DoorDash. I have still Instacart and Walmart Spark on. But at the moment, we're on a DoorDash. It's a pickup at 5 Guys. And where it's taking us, it's going to take us out of the current our hometown where we're in right now. But, hey Daisy. Good morning or good afternoon. How are you? But where it's taking us, it is taking us out of our town and into a different area. So, but we can continue working over there because it's still part of the zone for Walmart Spark. So we don't have to turn around and drive. What did it say? It's almost 12 miles. For $20, and that the almost 12 miles, that's just one way, so we don't have to turn around and have dead miles just to come back to this area. So we can actually stay over there, and it's to get us going. But how are you? Let me go ahead and turn this around. But we're on our way to 5 Guys. It's a 1 customer pickup. But as you can see, it's cloudy out there. Right now the car says it's 79 degrees, and the forecast, for temperature wise at least, it's gonna be what, 70s, 80s? About the 70s, 80s. Slightly cooler because of some of the storm, I guess, or cold front maybe even pushing through.
No,
or it's mainly because of the rain. So hi there, good afternoon. So yeah, today is not too bad, but we can never really trust the forecast, but we have like an hour or 2 window, so we'll see. We shall see. Can you park where you're parking in front of the restaurant?
Right.
Oh, it's busy.
Grab me.
Oh, wow. Yep. Looks like the restaurant is busy. Can you see? Yes.
I can't see shit. Stuff in the goddamn thing. Thousand things all over the place.
All right. So there we go. We got 5 guys. All right. I'll be right back.
Spark is on. Nothing so far. No. Actually, no, there was an order that came through on Spark, but, or a couple, but they just, yeah, weren't worth it.
Yeah, would have been done a minute sooner, but he, the guy making the shakes, didn't pay attention, and he made a chocolate instead of different flavor, so he had to redo it. And what what he ended up doing was,
Fell off already.
oh, this one?
Yes. No mistake.
Yeah, I don't know why, but the guy making the shakes, a family was picking up their order, and he's like, "Ma'am, I accidentally made a extra chocolate shake," and he would keep eyeballing the son. He's like, "Mind if he gets it?" And she's like, "Yeah, sure."
So, bitch, you should have gave it to you.
I know. I was actually thinking the same thing. I was like, "Oh man, he could have given it to me." My hubby would have enjoyed a chocolate shake.
Yes, asshole. Oh, why they wouldn't think
Whoa.
to give it to us.
Turn right onto Wolf Ridge Parkway.
Alright, who just popped in?
Parkway. Then turn right onto West University Avenue.
Hey Cassandra, how's it going?
I don't know, somebody got the right away, but not me. No, there you go. 210, let him go, lady.
Are you out working today?
Turn right onto
But we just did a pickup at Five Guys, and we're on our way to drop off.
Fucking 10.
Yeah, it's 16 minutes away, but it's paying $20, so. And it's taking us to a different town, but we can still work in that area. So we don't have to spend time driving back. I'm doing all of the apps. I was out of commission since last week. I just got my car fixed yesterday. Oh man, I know how that is, but glad you got your car back. Our Acura is still out of commission. We're the money stack with Uber Eats and no stacking at the moment. Oh, we need to. It's got shakes here, so warm it up down there. Cool it off down there. No money stacks at the moment. I still have Instacart and
turn right onto South Interstate 35.
Spark on. So where we're going to be at by the time we do the drop off, we'll be closer to other Walmarts. And since we're going to be staying out in that area, by the time we go home, we're going to be 30 minutes away, but that's okay. For those of you guys that, do gig work, especially on Wednesdays and Thursdays, at least for us. Hi, Veer. Good afternoon. It's a hit and miss for Wednesdays and Thursdays for our market. Mainly during the day. I think the dinner shifts we tend to do better while I multi-app, but we haven't done any working really since last. I think we ended up only working a couple of days last week. I'm hoping while we're out during the day, though, that we don't get the hubby keeps paying attention to the radar, but hopefully we don't get stuck out in the rain. We got our rain jackets, but still. I'd prefer, I think, yeah.
Yeah, well,
this afternoon traffic. At least, because remember how many times we passed this area, and at least the traffic looks like it's moving. Hey Corey, good afternoon. Or morning, at least in your area. How's it going? Thanks for popping in. Are you out working or just running errands? But we have a doctor's appointment then may do some. Oh, okay. Well, hopefully everything's okay. But we're back in Texas. We're back at it. Hopefully today will be a full day of good offers. We're going to do a lunch shift because his mom is still here until Saturday. So hopefully we get a decent lunch shift, a great dinner shift for both today and tomorrow. So that way we still get to spend time with her before she leaves. And then Friday is my eldest granddaughter's birthday. So we're going to be celebrating with her. Oh, okay. Yeah, the current phone holder that's using this phone that I'm streaming from, it had lost one of the rubber grips, so the phone would keep sliding. And finally, I just took a small rubber band and wrapped it around the other side that lost the rubber grip. And so far, it seems to be doing well. It's keeping the phone from sliding. Last week when I was streaming, it wouldn't be this high, and then it doesn't within minutes. It's next thing you know, it's gotten too low. I was saying earlier at the start of the live stream. Uh-oh, is that a bag of clothes? When we were in Oklahoma, Altus, Oklahoma to be exact, there was a couple of times we did turn on Walmart Spark, and when he had his on, because he had gone to the store with his brother, no orders came through the entire time he was there. The next day, I had gone with my niece to Walmart, and I turned it on even before we got to the parking lot, and before we could even pull in to a spot, I ended up getting a timed offer, and there was another offer that had popped up after that, and it was to the same customer. But it was getting ready to rain, and it was supposed to be a quick trip anyways. So I was really tempted to accept, that offer, but I was like, no. I was just testing it out really to see if we would get any offers, because his brother who lives there, he signed up to be a Spark driver and, was approved and everything, but he said every time he's gone to Walmart and turned on the app, nothing. And you said I think, what was the longest he waited? 2 hours? Hour?
I don't even know if you can take Go over to Walmart or not.
What do you mean?
When he turns it on, I don't know if he does it from the house or if he goes.
Oh. Yeah, and his brother lives like maybe 5 minutes, if that, from the Walmart. So he says he'll turn it on when he's at home, and he'll have it on for an hour or two and nothing. So I don't know if because it's the only Walmart in town, if you really want to get any of the offers, you have to be waiting in the parking lot. I don't know.
Continue for 4 miles.
Because like I said, he went there on a Saturday. I went there on a Sunday. He didn't get any offers. I had to. And I only had the app on for like 10 minutes. And then I turned it off because I didn't want to be tempted and torture my niece, because she was the one that was driving. Alright, so we got 8 minutes to our destination. Let's go back looking at the road. But if you're just now popping in, don't be shy. Say hi, let me know, especially if you're new to my channel, where you're watching from. But live streaming to you from central part of Texas. This order from Five Guys has 2 shakes, and so I'm trying to keep it a little cooler. The food is in the hot bag, but trying to keep it a little cool in the car because it shakes. I know a couple of times I've done a pickup at Baskin Robbins, and the drop-off would be like 15 minutes or so away. And even before I would go into the restaurant, I would start blasting the AC in the car just to make sure it's nice and cool, so the ice cream or whatever the order was wouldn't be melting. Watching from the worst state. Dare I ask what that is? Look at that. $2.95. Florida? How is that the worst state? I actually have quite a few people that I follow that does this same line of work, that are based in Florida. Now the only thing is, this is the DoorDash order that we're on, and because I'm in a different zone to continue dashing, I'm hoping, because I still have another hour left on the block that I signed up for, so I'm hoping that it'll allow me to switch to this zone. That was one thing, I believe they've been doing it for more than a year. That DoorDash, when you're, out there working, you're going to end up going into different zones. That they had updated the app to where if you wanted to, you had the choice to either switch to the zone you drove into or keep the zone that you started in and just have to drive back. I've heard from several support reps it's the state with the highest. Oh man, I don't know if that just has to do because there's a lot of retirees there. That's where a lot of people who've retired end up moving to. So I don't know if that has anything to do with it, but if it does, you know, that kind of makes sense, and that sucks. I mean, where we live here in Texas, it's got a high, I mean, especially our hometown. It has, I honestly don't know, I haven't looked at the latest stat of just how many retirees, but the fact that the retirees in our hometown has their own city, I mean, it's not just, it's like maybe 3 neighborhoods put together. So I wouldn't, I mean, and I used to work at a bank, and we used to go around to retirement communities and hold, we would hold seminars, basically, you know, letting people know on be careful, what to look out for. Man, that's this thing. Got one. All right, I'll be right back. All right. So it did offer me the option to switch zones. So I went ahead and did that. We're not even 5 minutes from another super Walmart, so we're gonna head over there and hopefully pick up some decent paying Spark orders. Left. Green. Like I said, we're not far from another Walmart, so we're gonna go park there, and I don't know if I should turn on my Uber Eats as well and see make sure we're paying attention to which Walmart. 163. Because there's 2 Walmarts in this zone that we're in now, and they're what, 5 miles in between. And they're both off the same main street for the most part. So we have to pay attention to make sure that we're selecting the right store number. The intersection that we just passed, I tell you, it's whoever came up with that idea, it's just crazy. It's great.
It's a perfect place to put a stupid pole, I guess. Right? Fucking goddamn way. You can't even see the stupid little fucking arrow.
I guess I need to adjust the rubber band on the phone holder because it's not sliding as bad, but oh, look at that. Oh, but it's a pickup. Customer pickup. Or I'm sorry, it's a return. Alright. So I can, so I got see I got the rubber band right there. So let me scoot that forward a little bit. Okay. Gotta cool down the phone, so it's gonna be right here in front of the vent.
So they want me to go
Basically 10 miles.
18 miles. No, it was 9.8 miles. So to go all the way out to the person's house, 9.8 miles, 10 miles away, to come all the way back here, another 20 miles for 10 fucking miles.
Yeah, and that's now because I have mine on too. I got that same offer. 10 miles was one way because we have to go. The customer is basically 10 miles away from the store, so we're already at the store. So we would have to go to the customer, pick up whatever it is they're returning, and then bring it back. And their base pay for returns, for customer returns, is $10. So it can be from a half a mile to 20 miles, and the base pay is the same.
Yeah, we don't even know where it's going. Which store is it going to?
The one that we're at. Oh, that means we're going to Santa Rita.
Yeah, we'd be going all the way to Liberty Hill to come all the way back over here.
Yeah, so it's just one of those things. Because, I mean, if they think about it, majority of the time, Spark drivers are going to be waiting where? At the store. So for the customers that are more than 5 miles away from the store, I mean, really, even more than 2 miles away from the store.
Well, the customer's not tipping because it's a customer
It's
return.
a return.
So
yeah, unless they give
the
you...
only pay that's coming from is from Walmart.
Yeah.
And apparently they don't think, they don't think about mileage whenever, they just think about, oh, you're picking up some...
Yeah.
That's, I have to freaking go through, a bunch of stuff there at the house, wait for the customer to fucking answer the door, because they never know you're coming. They set up a return, but nobody ever knows that you're coming to their fucking house to pick it up. Yeah, I don't do returns anymore.
Yeah.
Stupid.
And it's happened to both of us where it's a return, and he would even message the customer to let them know, hey, I'm on my way to pick up the return. Hey, I've arrived. Go to the door. Nobody's home. And that's happened to both of us for these returns. That's why for $10, really, if it's more than 2 miles away, it's not worth it.
Yeah, one that I did, I texted the customer whenever I left the place that I was at. Texted him when I was there, knocked on the door, rang the doorbell, I stood there for a few minutes, walked all the way back to the car, and then he came to the door. I was like, fuck you, I'm leaving, and I left.
If you didn't hear that last part, he's like, don't point that at me. I've done gig work in other states. It's never been as bad as here. It doesn't help that OGP in my market lets people leave empty cars in the reserved spots. It's true. We do see that at a lot of Walmarts, actually. Slow in my market today, and guess what, guys? It's Wednesday, so yeah, it's slow. So I'm gonna go do some groceries, go home, and come back out later. I feel you on that. That's why on Wednesdays and Thursdays we have we do the, I mean, even on Fridays, if we don't drive to Killeen to do a full day of gig work, no stopping unless we're gonna eat lunch, or not unless, but when we eat lunch. When we're in our home zone, we work 2, maybe 3 hours. We go home, and then we'll go back out for a dinner shift and work 2, same thing, maybe 2 or 3 hours. So, but at least with DoorDash, we got $20 on the board. $20 on the board, and we started working at 12 o'clock. Let me see. Hold on. No, I take that back. 11:45. So it's been about an hour, and we got $20 on the board. So, and it's something that I'm probably going to end up doing a short video on. But for you fellow DoorDashers out there, have you guys ever gotten the bulk order? The .com is what we refer to if it's on Spark, you know, like the online orders, but where it's more than 3 drops. I think this is probably only the second time that I've seen this. It's at PetSmart, and it does say ship from store, and it's 12 items, but so it's only 11 drops, and it's paying $71.50 for that order. But the crazy thing is, what made us not accept it, I mean, as you can see, most of them are in general close vicinity of each other, which, with the exception of maybe 4 of them. But it's 110.6 miles to complete that offer. So 11 drops for $71.50 is awesome. You know, I was ready to hit the accept button on that. But the fact that it was saying 110.6 miles. And we did notice from one of the drop-offs here at the, whoops. That the one there at the very top and then the one at the very bottom right here, they are probably 40 minutes apart from that specific drop to I think it's probably going to be the last one. It's about 40 minutes, maybe even a little bit more. So just to even do 11 drops, that probably would have taken us more than 2 hours. But it's because, like I said, it's, so I don't know, would you guys have done that? I mean, it gave us, typically you get anywhere from less than a minute, 45 seconds or less, to decide on whether you're going to accept an offer. And that's on all the apps. But on this specific DoorDash one, you know, once you see it and then you have 45 seconds or less to decide on whether you're going to accept the offer. And part of me, because I was like, no, this is going to take us 2 hours. That's $71. You know, we can do that. I mean, especially because then on a lot of days, especially during the lunch shift, in 2 hours, we barely make $30. So, but I'm glad we didn't accept it, because the more we thought about it and the more we looked at the map on where the two furthest points are, those two alone would have taken us, you know, I was saying 40 minutes, but it probably could have been more, because again, this is kind of a distance shot of the map, and I'm sure if we had a chance to zoom into it, who knows, it probably could have been an hour distance between them. So probably could have taken us closer to 3 hours.
Just going from what, maybe Florence down to Hutto.
Yeah.
I mean, that's too fucking far by itself.
Hey, Don.
If they'd have split it up, it'd have been an order worth thinking about.
How are you? You've never gotten a .com on DoorDash ever. Acceptance rate, I'm sitting at a 4%. My on time, I'm sitting at an 87, because for whatever reason, they like, you know, they're so quick to mark you as late, whether to arrival or drop off. So even though I know I'm within the window, 6 miles for $6. Yeah, so I'm sitting at a 4% on my AR for DoorDash. Aw, sorry to hear that, Dawn. I do hope that you're feeling better, though. Yeah, I don't, honestly, I don't know how they work that, because sometimes when I'm waiting for an offer, I'll, you know, do the 3-bar thing up at the top to give you more detailed information about the order, you know, the anticipated or expected pickup time as well as the drop off, and I know I'll be within that window when I'm done. By the end of the day, or even by the next day, I'll see my stats will have been updated, and there'll be a new late on there, and I'm like, I know I wasn't late. And I do like to take pictures, you know, screenshot of the offers, so I have that information, as well as a picture at drop off. And 9 times out of 10, I take a picture after I've completed or hit the complete button, so it doesn't affect, you know, the actual completion time. And I'll look at the timestamp of the picture I've taken after the drop off, and I'm like, I'm within the drop off window or the delivery window. Why is it still being marked late? So I don't know. Honestly, I don't know how that works. Took mom to doctor appointment yesterday, and today just not feeling well. I really should be working. I have. Aw, Don. Yeah, I know how that is. We haven't really done a full gig shift in more than a week, you know, because life happening, and then you get the lousy days, where really you try to get out there and make that money, but, you know, stuff happens, orders don't come in or whatever. But we were out of town for 4 days, and we just got back on Monday, and then yesterday, you know, we're hanging out with his mom, who's still here until this weekend. So we're trying not to work, you know, be gone too long throughout the day for today and tomorrow, so we can still spend time with her while she's here. She's not home alone. Our middle child, you know, she still lives with us, so she's at home too. But, and then this Friday we're gonna be celebrating my eldest granddaughter's birthday. I'm actually planning on doing a short live stream because where it's at, I've only heard about it, and my oldest daughter, she's been there and she says it's pretty fun, but it's kind of like a I mean, what's it? A one step up from Dave and Buster's, because they have an indoor bumper cars, they have an indoor bowling, skating ring, arcade, they got laser tag. So it looks like it's going to be pretty fun. And when I say it's fun for everybody, I mean, they have a beer wall. Yeah, a beer wall. It's fun, but kind of expensive. Wait, that says that I'm at 100% on time. It says that I was late to 7, but they are not counting them because I do them underline. Okay, and I was doing that. I started doing that too. I did that with the offer that we just, completed. When we got there, the order wasn't ready. So I was like, oh yeah, she told me. So because I don't always remember, but I scrolled all the way down, tell us what you think. And I told them that the order was still not completed. That was the one that I selected. Order was not completed upon arrival.
Once your life jacket, there's a spot. If that's what you're, I don't know what the hell they're doing then. If they're not fucking looking for a spot.
I don't know if I mentioned it or not, but it's a place called Area 254. Have you ever been there, Don? So when you're doing DoorDash, if at all possible, especially if you're near the pickup location, as soon as you accept it, if it allows you, you can hit confirm arrival as one. The other thing to keep in mind is the moment you walk into the restaurant, and if you see that the order is not ready, you need to scroll all the way down to the bottom. You're going to see a sentence down there, something like, tell us what you think, or something like that. But when you click on that, it's going to give you options as to why, it's taking so long. Whether it says something like restaurant is busy, long line. The one I selected earlier was order was not ready upon arrival. So then that way it keeps it in mind, and when they're looking at it as to why you were late. You can get a 2-meal deal and like $50 in points. Oh, you can check more than one? I didn't even see if I could do that. But look at that. We're here at Walmart. This is not a good sign when the pickup area is pretty much empty.
You got one car. And you got 1, 2, 3, 4. At least 4. With us, 5 people waiting. Oh, 6. They probably already got an order.
You can check all that apply. I think I do hit it, but I felt like it did nothing, but it's a good habit. Yes, definitely. It's a very good habit to do. And what's crazy, Dawn, is that I was actually doing that on Uber Eats. I think I was probably doing that way more on Uber Eats. When I walk in and the order's not ready, I'll click on the customer info, and there's a section just like on DoorDash where you can click on it and you give the reason as to why the order's not ready. So I don't even know why I didn't even think about doing stuff like that on DoorDash. I don't know why it does that. On Spark. So I have Instacart on, because there's an HEB right across the street. And there's a Costco down the road that's 5 minutes away. Oh, spark order.
It's crap.
It's a timed one. Yeah, well, it's still crap. Did you get that one?
No, it's crap.
It's a curbside pickup. 9 miles, 2 drops for less than $13. I mean, that means they're tipping. So one of them is tipping. Probably, oh, and we have to go into Austin? Mm-mm. Both of them we have to go to Austin. No. I mean, we're...
It's on the outskirts.
Yeah, it's at the outskirts of Austin, because where we're at, we are. It takes a couple of minutes to actually get into Austin, so... But I don't like driving into Austin.
Well, I guess it's a good thing you're not driving.
True, true. I'm telling you that underline words thing works, but you have to be consistent. I do it every single order. Hey, they wait till 10 minutes after you arrive to start making it. Right? Sometimes it feels like they do that because they want to make sure someone's actually going to be there to pick it up. Tell Dee Dee that it says something else and it lets you type it in. No, I haven't. Have you? I know there was an Austin meetup over a month ago, and it was just me and Dashing Maverick that showed up. But no, you did? Did you guys set up the meetup, or it was just because you guys were in the same area? You have offers to preview. So that's what it says now. Offers to preview. Is he a Spark driver? He came to where I was charging and I rode with him. Aww. A live stream or a video while you guys were working together? So he's for sure. Is he going to Vegas? Because I know that's what he was saying. Because the last thing I heard was that he was moving for sure, but from what I was hearing, he hadn't really decided where. So was he finally convinced to move to Vegas? Because he said he had an awesome time when he went out there and hanging out with Val and the other people that met up. He said that, and that he just wanted to travel everywhere. Yep. I mean, again, doing this line of work, you do have that ability with the 4 apps that we mainly use. You got Uber Eats and DoorDash, Instacart and Walmart Spark. You can travel with all 4 of those within the state that you signed up in, and outside of that, because we've done it in South Carolina, in different areas of South Carolina, Colorado, and we've tested it in Oklahoma. We didn't actually accept any offers, but we tested it by turning on the apps to see what it would look like. And so even and where we went in Oklahoma, it's a really small town. There's an Air Force base there, but it's really small. So 10 miles for $7. Come on. That was Uber Eats. I know if it was just me and I had a gas car, I'd travel. Yeah. Makes sense. Come on. You think they're a spark driver?
Yeah.
I got my mom and oh, okay. Yeah. You know, with the way the housing market is, if we can sell our house, you know, that was something that the hubby and I had talked about a lot, selling the house, and then we go on our walkabout, you know, because as many times as we've traveled to the East Coast to South Carolina to visit his family that lives over there, we really never took any time to do any sightseeing in that road trip. So we had talked about, you know, because you're traveling through 4 states.
5.
Well, between Texas and South Carolina. Louisiana, Mississippi, Alabama, Georgia. So, you know, and
South Carolina's 5 states.
I said in between. But anyways.
Texas takes forever to get out of Texas.
Yeah.
Not count it.
Yeah, just getting out of Texas is a day's drive, depending on where you're going. The amount of money I spend on rent and bills is insane. Yeah. But that's, you know, that's something we talked about, and in a way, you know, we're already kind of fulfilling that by doing the mini, you know, traveling. When we go visit his family in South Carolina, we're still working out there, and we do some sightseeing, but it's the in-between from where you're leaving from and your final destination, that we really don't take any time to see what's going on in those areas. Because as many times as we've driven through, at least for me, Louisiana especially, I've never been or driven through, where is it that I say? New Orleans. New Orleans. So I told him, I said I would love to drive through that area, go and visit that. A 1-bedroom apartment is about $1,500, right? And my daughter, when Zoe moved out, briefly, they had lived in Austin, and I told her, I was just like, it's, you know, she was co-renting with their friends, so she didn't exactly feel the full force of what it would be like to live in Austin and be fully responsible for the rent and utilities in the area. So you have offers to preview. So yeah. Yeah, that's why with this line of work, you could go traveling and, you know, work for a few hours to make up for gas and food that you're going to be spending. Work a few hours again to pay for places you're going to be staying at. So it definitely has its flexibility and much possibilities for travel. It's definitely not easy. Hell, I remember paying $650 for a 3-bedroom, 2-car garage in Round Rock. Well, that's not bad at all.
Yeah, that was a long time ago.
Yeah. I don't think you can find those prices now. But that's not bad at all. That sounds more like, I mean, if you were co-renting with someone, then, you know, I see that as a possibility. Yeah, she said that was 20 years ago. Now that makes sense. So, just checking the radar. Nothing? Nothing ominous yet?
Yeah.
Are we gonna get closer to the other one, or?
Well, this one ain't doing shit. Go down here, maybe we'll show you they're going from home. Waste time from that Wednesday morning. So. Have this conversation. We need to be working fucking clean anyway.
Well, it's because your mama's here. That's why. To stay.
I know.
And this is the expected slowdown because of summer. Yeah, definitely the 20.
I don't know why we're bothering being out here right now. Because
Yeah.
if it's been slow before, and now we're in the slow period, it's definitely not going to be fucking doing shit now.
Yep.
Which it ain't.
But, hey, we never know until we try, right? I was hoping, being in this area, that, I mean, especially for Spark,
Yeah.
that it would be better off from our hometown. So it's,
Yeah, well, now we're going to have double the mileage.
Yeah.
$2.
Yeah.
We're all the way up here.
come on, apps. Come on. We need to make some good money.
That's not what we're talking about. $13.91, 9 miles. Nope, I don't think so.
You know, I would prefer, I kind of prefer when Uber Eats does more offers that come through as the all for one. Because, you know, that just basically decreases the chances that you're going to be denying it anyways and lowering your acceptance rate. So it makes me wonder, though, when it pops up, because I've been seeing that here a lot lately, the last few weeks on Uber Eats, where I'm seeing a lot more of the all-for-one offers come through. And I've been accepting, you know, especially if I see it quick enough for the good ones, because I'll see something pop up with a decent amount, $15 or more, and by the time I go to it, you know, it's already saying that another driver was being considered for it or whatever. Basically, I was too slow.
If you would have jumped on it, buddy, you gotta have more confidence. Just fucking start to go. You got a whole lead up lane there.
Thank you.
I was obviously going slow out of the gate. Well, you had a chance.
So right now we're on Whitestone. And we see I have both Uber Eats and DoorDash on, and we're just passing a whole bunch of restaurants.
How about restaurants right here? And not a fucking chime one.
Well, at least for good offers.
Well, yeah. Well, that crap offer on Spark's already been there, so it's been there for a while.
Yeah.
It was 12, now it's 13. It's the same offer. Same crap ass offer.
Have y'all tried sitting out by Fleming's or the Cove? In this area, I mean, we don't visit this area nowhere near as often as we used to. Because that's when we started concentrating, especially for Spark, out in Killeen. Oh, ooh, it raised it $1.
$15
in
bills.
Joytown they are expensive. Oh, I thought those sounded familiar.
What?
The restaurants that she mentioned, Fleming's or the Cove Forest. Cause they, I want to say yes, maybe in the general area, but not necessarily in the parking lot. But because, you know, we multi-app, that's why we try and stay in an area where there's something for all the apps. You know, restaurants and stores.
I don't. I try to stay near Walmart because that's the only one I give a shit about.
Yeah.
And you have to be close to Walmart because everybody and their brother fucking wants to pick up orders from Walmart. So.
I wanted to try to sit up by them one day when I have the Mustang. I'll keep that in mind, especially during a time when really it's mainly DoorDash and Uber Eats that's chiming with anything. But we got a Target right up here. I mean, nothing's even coming through for Instacart. I mean, DoorDash works with Target as well as Uber Eats. So, and it's 0.9 miles for $8. It's Chipotle. All right. So go straight out that way, and we're gonna get back onto Whitestone. I think it's on the other side of the 183. So someone made a good point about, I mean, and I do pay attention to the miles, but someone made a video that I came across talking about the add-ons that come through for Uber Eats, and especially if it's a lowball offer, they say, you know, that it makes sense that drivers shouldn't be accepting the add-ons, because add-ons, it saves Uber Eats if we accept it, because they're not adding on an additional base pay. So if no driver who's already near that restaurant or pickup accepts it, that means they're going to have to send it out as an individual offer. So, but where we're going is Chipotle, and an add-on came through, and the only reason why I accepted it was because it was less than a mile add-on to what I'm currently going to be doing. So now it's going to be a 2-customer pickup at Chipotle, but the distance between the drop-offs is less than a mile. So that's the only reason why I accepted the the add-on. But yes, it makes absolute sense, you know, that when you're doing Uber Eats, okay, that when you're doing Uber Eats, be very, very, very selective when it comes to accepting an add-on, especially if they're lowballing you, you know, $2, $3, $4 for an add-on, because that means they're not giving you anything for the base pay for that offer, and it's nothing but the tip, if the, you know, from that customer. And you could be, you know, doing a mile, 2, 3, 4, whatever. So
It's just the tip.
a little further up.
Right here.
Oh yeah, sorry. You're right.
I know, right?
So we're going to Chipotle. I like Chipotle, but dang, they're expensive. I like their bowls. Rice and beans and chicken and lettuce and sour cream. All right, let's see. Can we put that over there? Nope.
Well, there's people around.
Yeah. So let's.
I'm pointing the sheet me.
All right.
Point it at the seat.
All right. Let me.
Your empty seat. That's where you point it.
I did one. All right, y'all. You guys get to come with me, but I need to cool down the phone real quick. Oh, what's wrong with this one? Well, don't stare at them. Leave the phone. No, it's okay. With Uber Eats, you can't hit. It'll detect when you're there. All right. Hi. I've got Uber Eats for Jenny and Corey. Jenny and Corey? Yes. Okay. And that's Corey? Thank you. Excuse me. Okay. let's see. So 3 minutes to our first stop. So yay. So we're going to a salon.
Yeah.
And we're turning right. So turning left on Discovery. And then we'll be turning right, so yeah. Got to have real love. Uh-oh. No, it just keeps going up.
Do that then.
And then we're turning right. I think in here. Zelia. It's a salon. Zena. Zanaya. Look at that, charging stations. There you go. And 4 minutes to our next destination. So we're going to back to the other side of 183. Yeah, especially in situations like this, when you're dropping off at a business or you're leaving it with the reception or at the desk, I make sure I take a picture, and if there's a person especially there, I don't necessarily take a picture of their face, but you know, to show that somebody was there to receive the order. So this ended up being, and we're 3 minutes from our drop off, so this wasn't long at all, and it's turned into just over $13 for this run. But I don't know if you guys caught that or not, but that's what I was talking about when it comes to the Uber Eats order. I click on the customer info and then I scroll down, and that's where I'll select if the order's not ready or not.
What business is this one going to?
Roosters, Men's Grooming Center. So it's another salon, but for men. That's funny. First drop off is a women's salon, and the next drop off from the same restaurant is a men's salon. So people doing Uber Eats and DoorDash on this strip should be making decent money, and because especially if it's businesses that are ordering for their lunch, you know. I can barely hear you because I am playing poker on my new phone and using my old one to watch. Oh, no worries. I was just talking about the strip that we're on Whitestone, because there's so many restaurants and stores on this strip, but there's also businesses and apartment buildings in this area that they're, you know, an Uber Eats or DoorDash driver should make decent money just working this strip.
Yeah, well, what are we doing?
I know. You would think. You would think. But I guess if it falls under, you know, if you've got better with your metrics, you know, we could get more of those decent paying offers, short miles. Let me see where you are. I'm working. Okay, you know where we're at? Yes. So we're going to be turning next one. And then left on Spanish Oak.
Well, over those square because you have your hand on it and I can't see it.
Sorry, left.
Okay,
Roosters.
see it now.
Meet in lobby.
Meet in the lobby.
I mean, there's orders coming through on DoorDash now, but not worth taking. All right, so that's where I'm going. So look at this. We can't hit drive just yet. So Uber Eats, like a lot of the apps there, is making you confirm who you are if you want to continue working. So I have to do biometric. And out of all the apps, Uber Eats is the only one that knows if you're still driving while trying to do the facial recognition. Alrighty. No. 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 I mean, so there's offers coming through. It's just
Suck.
sucky ones. So now we are sitting at
Flame. We're sitting at, I'm out.
it's 3 miles for $9.
Where?
Oh, we're supposed to be turning left there, so if you want to turn right in here. So just picked up another offer on Uber Eats. It's 3 miles for $9. So, but we're on the far lane, so now we have to do a turnaround because we have to get to the other side of this road. But we are going to Tropical Smoothie, which I believe is next to Freddy's over there. I like to charge at Whole Foods because it's free. Yeah, right there is a lot of turnarounds. Yeah. Did you make that louder? So I'm on timeout at on DoorDash. I mean, nothing really worth anything is coming through on Spark for this area, and there's 2 Walmarts. And supposedly, you know, the popular times is somewhat high, but nothing's coming through on Spark. Yep, Tropical Cafe. Yep, I thought so. Next to Freddy's. And of course, all right. Okay, so let's go into a little close here. Ugh. Yes. Yes, I have for Lily.
Looks like we are still waiting on that smoothie. She'll have it out for you shortly.
Okay, thank you.
Did y'all take out that dress?
Okay, thank you. Hey, Bloomy. Do you guys have one of the stickers to put over this so it doesn't pop up? Because when I picked it up, the lid almost popped off. Do you guys? Yeah.
No, we don't.
Okay. No worries. Oh. Thank you. Oh, is that what's going on up there?
Yeah.
It's a nest?
Yeah, we're trying to clean it.
Oh, gotta love the, so they do it at businesses just like they do at home. Right on your porch. Be careful with the lid. They don't have the stickers, so. I don't know if you guys saw that or not, but the reason why it was wet in that area is because they're trying to clean up all the poop, because there's a bird nest right at the top of their door. So the floor was all wet and the entry before you walk in the door.
Yeah.
Hold on, sorry. All right, so we're 8 minutes. I think we're staying on the same side. Where's Palmer? Left or right of us?
Left, I think. I don't know.
But yeah, so they were trying to clean up all the poop. So I think we're supposed to make it back to the light over there because we have to turn around. So we can go back where we came from. She's lying. They do too. What? Oh, you're talking about the stickers? Yeah. Because when I tried to pick up the drink, the lid was popping off. And so I asked them if they have the stickers to put on top of the lids, you know, to keep it from coming off. And I wanted to just grab the tape that was right by their register, but they're like, no, we don't have any.
Just grab the table.
Yeah. I should have.
Lurkle.
So we're turning left at the light. And then we'll be turning left eventually. But we're 6 minutes from our destination now. How are you, Bloomy? Thank you for all the emojis. But yeah, this will be our third offer of the day, and it'll put us at $40, just over 40. And we've been at it for, by the time we're done dropping this off, it'll be 2 hours. So I guess that's not bad. Just over $40 for 2 hours.
Lame.
I know. It would have been a whole lot cooler if it was 50. But hey, we're making money. That's good.
Are
Well, at least the offers on this strip, so far, knock on wood. Give me some wood. Here's a piece of napkin. Knock on wood. Aren't, crazy long miles.
we? Yeah.
Did you check the radar again?
No. Ain't got nothing.
What the?
What?
I was wondering why my leg got cold when you turned. What liquid they had on the top of the lid spilled.
How was that about?
I don't know.
Well, it's right next to you.
Does it look like my pants is wet?
Little spot.
Okay. Have a good day. Thank you for popping in. And again, thank you for all the emojis. 4 minutes to our destination. Yeah, Don, if you're still watching, I guess if you were out here, especially with your metrics, you'd probably be picking up some good offers. Oh wow, it's jumped up to 84. Went up 5 degrees in the last 2 hours. I think when we first started, it was like 78, 79, something like that. That's so weird. It's like 15. It's cooler now, and then the sun is what I hope for daily, and now I am home. But it's supposed to be like this until Sunday. True. That's why, you know, this is the temperature I would prefer. You know, the 70s. I would prefer the 70s. Partly cloudy, because then, you know, can help keep down the humidity. And all right, so is this a residence? Nope, it's a business. Tumble Tech is where we're going. So the last 3 orders that we just did were all ordered from businesses on Uber Eats. Hey! Was it this light? No, it wasn't this light, right? One time when we were on this road, and it was a turning lane just like this, and the green lights that just happened went like, I think it cycled like 3 times, and the turning lane never turned green. And then we saw people just starting to run the light, because apparently there was a glitch in the light that day. I mean, there was a long line. So I don't know why our turning light didn't turn green. Oh yeah, no, oh, I feel you on that, Dawn, because our Acura doesn't have any AC.
Yeah, well, when it's back in the room.
That's one of the things the hubby's gonna try and get fixed. Is to what's wrong with what part is it that you're trying to replace?
We're replacing the condenser.
The condenser on it. But we've been without. Why isn't it turned? Okay, there we go. We've been without an AC in our Acura since last year. It went out actually a year ago. And last year, oh my gosh. Last year was when it was already hitting the 90s in March. Call from, and it was, oh man. Something tech? Double tech, yeah. That's a cheat. All right. Sorry, hold on. Thank you. Yeah, just as I was leaving, one of the workers there comes around the corner with a kid talking about how the kid got hit in the head or something. I mean, she wasn't crying, but Guess Spark doesn't want to spark for us today. Let's see. Let me look at my DoorDash ratings now. Because I declined a couple after I made that first order on DoorDash, I went from a 4 back down to a 3. My completion rate is sitting at a 96. My on time is sitting at 87. My late one hasn't gone up yet. I only did one DoorDash so far for today, so. And my customer rating is still sitting at a 5. I'm at a 5-star rating. But what's interesting for the customer rating is when you look at it, you can't even see the number. I don't know if you guys can see that. It's kind of blocked off. You can't even see the number. So that's funny. Yeah, I'm jelly that year. I don't know if I'll ever get up there again in reference to my acceptance rate. I swear they use the computer generated numbers and every once in a while they get one. Yeah, there's this one thing about, hi, you've been approved for personal loan, yada yada crap. And I'm constantly hitting block on it. But they'll change one number. You know, they'll constantly be calling from so many different numbers. But it's always the same recording. It is always the same recording about some crap about you've been approved for a personal loan, yada yada. Really? They had your phone number. She was saying that Dawn said that her mom got a call from her phone number. That is crazy. That is crazy. Was it a robot call or was it an actual live person? Did she answer? Because she answered, right? No, it was a live person and female. Oh my gosh. Don't tell me they were even trying to impersonate you. That's just crazy. She's hard of hearing and was oh my goodness. They wanted to change her insurance. That's just crazy. Yeah, we're heading back to our hometown, our home zone, since it's already going on 2 o'clock. beats on, but I went ahead and turned off the brakes. Woo.
Should have kept going.
Well, apparently the pickup acted like they were gonna try and run it too, if you were going to. Because everybody, us and the two vehicles behind us. Because just watching them, you can tell them. Excuse me. If the car in front of me goes, I go. And I think the two vehicles behind us, that's probably what they were thinking, that if they run it, I'm going to go too. But since the light had already turned yellow before we even got to it.
It went yellow before I even changed lanes. That's the only reason why. Because I didn't know exactly how long it was yellow.
Yeah. I don't know how well the rear camera would work on this because of the tent back there. How it's bubbling.
Yeah.
Dawn says she's so bad at that. You're bad at still trying to speed through the light before it turns red. We do it. We do it too.
I try not to run red.
Yeah. Now in Round Rock, I don't even think about doing it. Why? I don't think any of the lights around here have cameras, do they?
Some do.
Really? Some do? I meant cameras for running red lights. She's saying in Round Rock they do have cameras when you run red lights. Oh yeah, I don't doubt it. We've actually, she was saying cops are really bad. Are you talking about hanging around and pulling people over for running red lights?
I wish they would. There's too many people running red lights, fucking stop signs, like they're not even there.
Yeah, the people treating stop signs like they're yield signs or no sign at all, those are the ones that are. Definitely.
That's
But
why
yeah,
you
we
gotta,
try
for
not
real,
to.
You gotta hesitate whenever you're taking off from a light.
Yeah.
Because if you don't, somebody might freaking T-bone you.
Yep, because they're running the light. Yep. Yeah, we try not to do that. I mean, if we see there's enough time to where it's still yellow as we're going under the light type situation, but I just did defensive driving for, oh. So with the class, is it nothing but talking, or are you watching video? She says she just did defensive driving for a stop sign in Round Rock.
Yeah.
Wow. Oh, it's online. Okay. driving, takes place. Videos and questions about it after. Okay. I always wonder how that works.
They need to take some extra time in classes to teach people how to fucking merge onto a fucking highway.
Yeah.
Let's slow down to 30 miles an hour under what the highway speed's going.
Yeah, that's, I know in Germany and England, or is it just Germany? About the driving thing. How you have to, it takes 2 years. Hey, still fly. We tried. We're actually heading back to our home zone now. We did, in over 2 hours, we did about 40 bucks. Not the greatest, but it's also not horrible. How you doing? Sorry. We were hoping that Spark would be nice, but nothing came through on Walmart Spark, and it was mainly Uber Eats and one order on DoorDash. But it wasn't a bad start to today. Over $40 is still better than zero. But we're gonna head home, have lunch, hang out with, because his mom is still here. I wonder if David got his catering order today. It is Wednesday. I can never get them on Wednesday. Oh. Yeah, I don't know if I'll ever get the catering order on DoorDash, because with that one there, you have to have a higher acceptance rate, right? It's busy. If you would like to dash, simply click on dash now. Yeah, especially off of 1431. But I was getting more decent paying offers on Uber Eats though. Oh, okay. Even when you get into Round Rock, where it turns from 1431 into University Boulevard, that's not a bad strip to be in either. Because you got HEB, and then you got a lot of restaurants. Okay, you're further in that way. That's right. Okay. You're gonna be nice.
Where the car is before. Just past it, buddy.
For 12 years. Before that, in Round Rock, since 87 or 81. Yeah, I didn't get out to Texas until 88. But we were living in Killeen at that time. I was with my sister. She was in the Army and stationed there at Fort Hood. I don't know what happened there, but I just went to grab my phone because I wanted to put it in front of the vent again to cool down because it's still very hot. But next thing you know, I went away from the live stream. I was like, okay, what'd you say? I was born in Cali, but my mom got in a really bad car wreck. Oh wow. From Cali to here to Texas? But since we are almost home, I'm going to go ahead and end the live stream, and I'm going to work on an upcoming video that I want to release, hopefully either later tonight or probably by tomorrow morning. It's either going to be a long form or a short. Yes, 747. There's 747, they removed the seats. Oh my gosh. So sorry to hear that. Man, that's crazy to hear. 2 years. Wow. But like I said, we are pulling into our neighborhood. You became a Texas gal. I'm pretty much a Texas gal too. I've spent more time here in Texas than I have in Guam. So, but Don, thank you so much for being here pretty much the entire time. I appreciate that support. For everybody else that's here, if you've been watching silently, thank you for doing so. It's definitely helping my my channel with the support. So, si Diyos Maasi, thank you. Yeah, that's why I wanted to do a live stream, and I need to get back to doing even more live streams because the watch hours as of today has been the lowest in quite a while. I was getting up there to 3270 last week, and as of today, I'm sitting at 3220. So, because I've already passed my 1 year mark, so I've been on that battle with losing hours. And I appreciate that, Don. I really, really do. That. But like I said, I'm gonna try and work on some content on a video that I'll either release later today or probably by tomorrow morning. Until then, you guys stay safe out there, whatever you're doing. Don, I hope you're but you guys enjoy your Wednesday, and I'll see you guys later. Adios for now. Bye, y'all.